Ooh, I'm cutting a promo. You see what kind of champion y'all got?
Oh shit.
See what kind of champion y'all got? I'm cutting a promo.
But like I don't
See what kind.
Right.
Andy doesn't know where the belt is. Andy doesn't know where the belt is. See what kind of champion y'all got? Do you see what kind of champion y'all have?
It's just not that deep to me, bro. I'm
See?
just here to have a fun time.
He's just you know.
But best believe I'll rep it.
What are you thinking here? Nice touch, Blake.
I'm sorry, Izzy.
Nice touch.
I'm sorry, Izzy. I didn't mean to cover you up like that, but I don't know what else to do.
You're
You are the champ, though.
You shall lead off.
Nice. Yo! UFC 293 time. It is Izzy versus Sean Strickland.
We are in Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
So it's only right all the Australians come out, and as you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 Australians. I'm counting Izzy as an Australian. He's not Australian, but he probably reps New Zealand. Actually, he hates New Zealand, but
Really?
he loves his.
I did not know
He
that.
loves his country. He doesn't like the government.
Okay.
Mixed martial arts is banned, and their government's stupid, and got arrested there, and all kind of stuff.
Right.
But we're here. UFC 293. Izzy defending his middleweight championship against Sean Strickland.
Mm-hmm. See if he can get a title defense after losing it.
Very, very interesting opponent. Excuse me, sorry. Very, very unique style of striking.
Mm-hmm.
That works for him.
Beautiful jab.
Until he fights high-level strikers.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, if you guys don't know by now, each card, pay-per-view card, the belt's on the line. And you win the belt from getting the most predictions right. We will predict the main event in the prelims and the main card. The main event in the prelims will only count to serve as a tiebreaker if there's a tie with the main card. This is how you predict. You predict fighter. If the same fighter is predicted, you predict decision or finish. Okay? If we both pick decision, we'll have to go to our scorecards, whether it's unanimous or split. Okay? If we both pick finish, we'll have to pick what round the finish comes. If we both pick what round the finish comes, that's the same. We will pick how the fight is finished. And in the event, if we both think it's a KO or a sub, or for some reason a doctor stoppage, did it happen in the first half of that round or the second half of that round? Mm-hmm. And that is how you become die-hard UFC champion.
Indeed.
We're going to jump right into it.
Indeed.
We got Carlos Ulberg versus the Jung.
Jung.
I don't know much about the kids.
Me neither.
Casual cam in the building.
But
I know Ulberg's 9-1.
They both got first round finishes. They both got knockout power.
I know Jung's 15-4-1. I know they both are identical in every aspect of fighting, but Jung has a 1.5-inch reach advantage. We'll jump right into the prediction. I'm gonna go Ulberg.
I went
Ulberg.
Jung.
Interesting. I think Ulberg TKOs him in the first round, which is going to be something that you see a lot in my predictions today. I think there's going to be a lot of first round finishes.
I went KO, but second round.
I think anybody can very much win it. I think Carlos has fought. The opponents Carlos have better records, more experience than the Jung. But it's very interesting. I mean, but Ulberg's getting him out of there in the first round consistently. And then I'm looking at the odds, and the odds aren't in the South Koreans' favor. So hopefully I have the tiebreaker if it comes down to that. Moving on to the main card, Tyson Pedro versus Anton. I don't know. Okay?
Turkalj.
Anton, I don't know. Pretty sure he's a bum. But hold on. We'll get
the odds are even, though.
The odds are even, which is a little weird. You guys can make some money off this fight. Tyson Pedro trading out there with Izzy and City Kickboxing. In Volkov City Kickboxing, he's a very, very talented kickboxer. He moves. Oh, he's a light heavyweight. Okay, I was about to say he doesn't move like a heavyweight. He almost moves like a middleweight for his size. He's very fast, very efficient. His feints, bro. All those city kickboxing boys, you can see the tactics that they all possess.
He's a very even fighter, though. He's got some subs under his name. First round.
9-4, 8-2. Both coming off a loss, though. Very interesting. Identical height, just about. Identical reach, just about. So.
All first round finishes, by the way.
So I'm looking at this this Anton kid, right? Not a lot of experience in the UFC. Now Thomas Almeida, he lost to Thomas Almeida, but everybody's losing to Thomas Almeida. Thomas Almeida, submission artist as he is, first round submission. Okay, this guy who I don't know who he is 9-0. He lost to him. Just going off his record, it doesn't seem like a bad loss. 9 people have tried, 8 people have failed. But here I went off what I seen, and I've seen Pedro more than I've seen Anton. I'm more impressed. I'm more impressed with Pedro's coaches than I am Anton.
Mm-hmm.
And then with that, gonna go Pedro.
Tyson Pedro.
You have a sub in the first round.
First round sub.
I have a TKO in the first round.
I went sub because Anton has been subbed by the other guy. Pedro's a pretty well-rounded fighter. He can get sub. He can get finished. He's all done it in the first round. I just went off of, if he's been sub. And he's getting more subs than...
I see a sub coming if Pedro hurts him and then he shoots on Pedro.
Yeah.
But I think if Pedro hurts him, I think he might go to sleep in there. I think Pedro a bad motherfucker, man. Pedro a bad motherfucker, especially when he's fighting. I'm not trying to call you a nobody, but...
You went knockout first round?
Knockout first round. I think he gets knocked out within a minute, within the first 90 seconds. I think Pedro starts early. Justin Tafa, his younger brother, just fought on the Korean Zombie Max Holloway card. He got a first round KO in about a minute. Okay, and we have Justin Tafa. Okay, going against Austin Lane, the Brazilian. Right? Is he Brazilian? Oh, I might sound stupid. Is he Brazilian? He is from the United States. My bad. He is from the United States. Both coming off of a no contest. I don't know if that's true.
He don't even have a no contest on his record right there.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. UFC been glitching out. I think he's coming off. I think he's on a win streak actually. Yeah, he's on a nice little win streak.
Beat Porter.
He's on a 2-fight win streak. All KOs. Porter, right? This is funny. Justin Tafa knocked him out in a minute and 6 seconds. Porter went on to fight his younger brother on the Max Holloway card and got knocked out quicker. It's bad. Porter.
Tafa's some bad motherfuckers.
He cannot take a punch. That's Justin Tafa. I'm looking a lot down at the computer screen. I apologize, guys.
I am too. I'm trying to see these stats.
It's not loading fast enough for me. Tafa, we know, power in his hands. This guy, 11 wins by knockout, 1 sub, 9 first round finishes, 12-3. So based off of this, I think somebody's going to sleep.
Yep, absolutely.
In the first round. Who will it be? Power in their hands. They're gonna come out, look to start first. The odds are way in Justin Tafa's favor, which is a little interesting. I'm gonna go Tafa.
I went Austin.
Interesting.
11 knockouts and 9 first round finishes, a little much. That's kind of crazy.
I got Tafa TKO round 1.
And I like the Tafa boys. They're awesome.
I think he TKOs him also within 2 minutes. But hold on. Go ahead. Whatever you were saying.
I was just saying I like the Tafa boys, but I feel like he's just got too little experience towards Austin. Austin's got those 11 knockouts under his belt. He obviously got the power in his hands that I don't know enough about. And I wanted to see how it goes, so I picked Austin.
I cannot remember. Right, he was the defensive end for the Chicago Bears.
I forgot
about that shit right there. Yeah, he was him and Dan, not Dan Hardy, Matt SWB. Forgot his name. That's how irrelevant he is, to be honest. But the thing about Austin Lane, the ex-defensive end, not a lot of fights in UFC. Now, on his original markets, he's been destroying guys, and he has a championship. But not a lot of wins in the UFC. And I actually didn't check records. Usually I check records of the guys that fought.
Check the belt.
I was gonna look at him. This guy is 0-3. This is literally the story. And the UFC tries to hide. I'm just in Vegas. The UFC tries to hide this stuff. They make the records look like they were all against guys.
If I know what it is.
It's not a win. That guy was 10-6.
That's not great.
I've seen that he got for. His fight before the title, a 31-second KO against somebody who was 0-3. So I read between the lines a bit. I don't know if you're regretting your pick or not.
Nah.
But I read between the lines a little bit, and I'm just not confident in the guy. I know the UFC does this a lot. They try to throw people in there who have good-looking records, and they're actually bums. I'm not saying he's a bum. He could very well be good. He obviously has power in his hands, and anybody with powers in their hands can knock anybody out. But UFC tries to do that a lot, where they feed people to the wolves, especially with an Australian card. Like whenever they went to Boston. Whenever I go back to when Conor fought in Ireland, he main event in Ireland. All the Ireland fighters got thrown bombs so they can get wins. And I think this is another tactic the UFC is trying to do. Felipe Dos Santos versus Manel Cape.
Says he has 0 wins debut. We looked at that earlier.
7-0. But those 7-0 shouldn't matter.
Right.
Because he has the same thing as Austin Lane.
Couple bums.
Owen whatever.
Yep.
Okay. So
come here to Cape.
Cape's a little undersized for the division. He can get caught with some subs. But we're going Cape.
Yep, Cape.
Okay, TKO. First round. Over.
That is a tie.
So that's a tie. That fight gets thrown out. I'm not upset about that fight getting thrown out because I really didn't care about it.
Me neither. He was supposed to fight Figgy. I wanted to see that fight. That was on international and it got cut out.
Really pisses me off, bro. Really pisses me off when these dudes when they just throw them against the wolves like this, bro. Really pisses me off.
They just give you a big name and then here, have this guy that has undefeated record ruin it.
This might be the fight of the night, not the people's main event, but this will be the funnest fight of the night, I do think. Tuivasa, Alexander Volkov. It's going to end in the first round.
Yeah. Heavy swingers.
Who KOs who? Alexander Volkov. Very impressive. Tuivasa has more power in his hands, but Alexander Volkov, he's 6'7". You can't teach 6'7". I think Tuivasa is going to struggle against that size. He struggled to get in on Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
This guy's 6'7". 6'7", but that also means he doesn't move very well. Okay? He doesn't move as well. He's a little slower.
And if Ty gets...
He got them dinosaur arms. 30...
in there.
He got them dinosaur arms. 36-10, a lot of fights under Volkov's belt. Tuivasa 15-5, but don't let that fool you. That's still look next to Volkov's record. You'll be like, damn. But Tuivasa has a lot of fights and a lot of KOs over decent people. I mean, Derek Lewis KO'd Derek Lewis. He KO'd some more people that are not coming straight to the mind right now. But there's not much like these fights. There's not much to break down. I mean, who lands first and who finishes first?
Yeah, it's a lot of big guys.
I went Alexander Volkov.
I went Ty.
Round 1 TKO. You know what I'm saying? That one's
it's
whoever
really,
lands first.
These guys are just too big, some of these fights, man. And they go out there and they just swing and swing and swing. It's not like a Cyril Gane, I'm going to chip you away. These guys are big, heavy hitters, and they want a head. They want heads.
This is true. This is true. If we're moving kind of quick, I mean, do you blame us? Look at the card. Card's not that good that day. This is one of the worst cards that we've had in a while. I think we might see a card where every single fight on the main card will be a finish. So it may be a fast card as well.
Yep.
Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya versus Sean Strickland. Izzy coming in 24-2. Sean Strickland 27-5. A lot of fights under their belt. Izzy has 75 kickboxing fights. But he's only KO'd 25 of them. That means 50 of
Really?
them. 50 of them have went the distance. That's a lot of time of fighting. It's a different sport. This is a different sport. This is why I don't. I mean, obviously, Pereira knocked him out. And Pereira got the best of him in kickboxing. But it's a different sport. And as far as my eyes, in this sport, they're 1-1. It's not 3-1. That's just how I feel. Because it's a different sport.
Right.
It's like if they went and boxed. That's a different sport.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It matters as far as mind games and being in your own head like, damn, this guy knocked me out with boxing gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a different sport. I can wrestle you. I can do more. You know, and even if I don't wrestle you, it's a threat of the takedown. And we actually saw wrestling in Izzy and Pereira's first fight. So, and Sean Strickland's a jiu-jitsu black belt. And he can wrestle, but he doesn't.
He doesn't at all.
He doesn't want to. He just doesn't want to.
Doesn't throw legs. Doesn't wrestle. Just sits there and jabs you away.
Yeah, I just don't understand why the Izzy slander comes. See, this is the perfect opponent for Izzy. For Izzy's sake. He fights the exact type of style that Izzy needs. He needs somebody. Sean Strickland's gonna walk into range without giving a fuck. If he did it to Pereira, he's gonna do it to Izzy Adesanya. He's gonna walk into range. He's not gonna care because he feels like he can just outstrike you, and it's just not the truth with everybody. He has an iron chin though. He has a really good chin, but it's been KO'd before. Okay, and Izzy's power goes underrated, very very underrated. I just don't understand why the slander comes. Cause yes, he puts on a lot of boring fights. But is it his fault guys don't want to engage? For instance, many have tried to engage with Israel Adesanya and many have failed. When Robert Whittaker tried to engage the first time, Izzy KO'd him. Mm-hmm. When Derek Brunson tried to engage with Izzy, he KO'd him. So Jared Cannonier seeing that, even though Jared Cannonier has a lot of power, I just don't understand why you don't want to. Why he doesn't want to engage. And if I'm Izzy with the long range, you want me to engage you when I can leg kick and jab you?
I feel like
I'm the champion, guys. You hunt me. You beat me. Because like, if I'm chopping your legs down and I'm punching you in the face, I'm sorry. Engage me. But yeah, what were you saying?
I feel like Sean is a more passive fighter. Like he has his moments where he gets aggressive, but I feel like he's kind of slow and tries to just get into the boxing range. And Izzy struggles with the jab, from what I've noticed. Like, he eats a lot of jabs. Like Pereira was hitting him with a lot of jabs, and that's Sean's strong suit is jabs. So I feel like if Izzy doesn't get him out of there within the first or second round, it's just going to be a jab game back and forth. I think it'll be slow paced. I don't think it's going to go too fast.
I think the absolute opposite. I'm looking at Pereira, who's 6'4", with a longer reach. Mm. Of course, he can land a jab on Izzy. He's also a way better striker. Mm. Sean Strickland's going to put his hands by his chin, like this, with his chin in the air, and I think he's going to track. Wherever you go, I'm just going to track you. I'm going to track you. And I think he's going to, maybe not round one, but round two, he's just going to try to engage. If not round one, off the bat, he's going to try to let the hands go. I don't think it's going to be a slow pace at all. Because I think he's just going to try to engage. I mean, he tried to engage. Everybody else said this fight. He tried to engage Jared Cannonier. He lost. He tried to engage Pereira. He got KO'd. He engaged in his last fight, and he got the KO. He is willing to die and stand and bang behind his boxing, which is crazy because he can wrestle and he has a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but he is willing to stand and die by the boxing. I don't think he's passive. I don't think he's like Izzy's passive, in my opinion. Izzy's passive. He wants to make reads. He's going to slowly break it down. Sean wants to break you. And he's broken a lot of men, but he's also been beaten by a lot of men. But that's interesting how you think it's going to be a slow pace. So I think our
Yeah. I wrote the wrong score. I meant to write 6. I wrote 48 on accident. Yeah. Yeah. I think Izzy goes to decision.
I think Izzy's knocking him out in the second round.
I got decision.
So all I need is an Izzy knockout.
Yep.
I think Izzy's knocking him out in this fight, and I think it'll be rather early. I don't think Izzy will break much of a sweat. I see Sean just walking in the range and getting tagged with stuff.
I feel like if Izzy doesn't get him out within the
bad.
first round or two, he's just going to go slow pace. He knows he won the fight, and it's going to go decision. I think it's just going to be a tit-for-tat fight.
Tit for tat?
Mm-hmm.
You think Sean can go tit for tat with Izzy, though?
I don't think he's going to just stand and bang him, but I think he'll land some jabs.
Like, I don't think he'll land. I think he'll look silly out there. He's slow. He's sluggish.
Yeah.
Everything's telegraphed. Izzy's just long. Izzy's going to keep you at bay. Izzy's just going to make sure you're over there so I can punch you. And if you get a little too close, I'm going to lean back and I'm going to swing my hooks like I always do. Those leaning hooks are ridiculous. I think we get a KO. I think we get a spectacular performance from Izzy, and I think the fans just gets back on his dick about how good he is again. I just don't like the slander, bro.
Yeah, bro lost to
His
Pereira and it's a wrap.
His resume is ridiculous. Like, his resume is really, really not a lot of people in the UFC can match. So I just don't understand where the slander comes from. I don't know.
I can see a knockout, absolutely.
Early. I think early, bro.
Yeah, if it's not early, it goes to decision, though, in my opinion. Like, it's got to be round 1, round 2.
I think he's in danger to get knocked out in any round. It's bad. Like, I think it's going to go like Paulo Costa versus Izzy. I think it's going to go like Robert Whittaker 1 versus Izzy. Because Sean doesn't give a fuck. And that's his biggest problem.
He's just trying to get paid, bro.
And Izzy's going to... I don't think he want a long night out. I don't think Sean want to be there for a long time. I think he there for a good time, not a long time. And plus, as the fight goes on, Izzy gets the advantage 100%. So I think Sean kind of knows he needs to tag him up early. I think he's going to go for it. You might as well just go for it. You're not going to go 5 rounds with Izzy and win.
Nah.
You might as well just go for it.
That's why I got Izzy decision. He ain't winning a 5-round fight. Sean's not. It's not happening.
Very, very interesting. I think we had all different picks except for one person.
Except for Cape.
In the rest of the cards, we had different people. So if you guys don't understand, if we pick different people, then finish and all that doesn't matter. Nope. So, like, for Pedro, we both picked Pedro, but I picked a submission. He picked...
I picked sub, you picked knockout.
I picked a knockout and you picked a submission. So it doesn't matter which round it doesn't matter which round the finish comes. As long as that finish happens. Now if it goes to a decision and Tyson wins,
that's a wrap.
You see what I'm saying? What else did we pick the same?
I picked Austin, you picked Tafa. We both picked Volkov, Cape. That got wrapped up.
Picked Ty. So yeah, we'll be live Saturday. Guys, pull up. Come join us.
Please.
It shall be a fun time. It shall be a fun time. This was a quicker video today. I like the quicker videos. Like
there wasn't really much to talk about on this card. Yeah. The other cards this year have been completely stacked. So there's been tons to talk about. Double champ fights, big name fights. This one's just a pretty relaxed but heavy hitting fight.
So for the Izzy fight, I need a knockout. And new, baby. See you, boys.
Been saying that for 3 weeks. Bitch, can I stop you? Bitch, can I stop you?